silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my it's the way I fly. tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life.
Good evening. Where am I?
Where's
Where am I?
Where's
Oh, there I am.
Cass gone?
Oh my god.
Technology.
We almost
Today-
lost Cass.
Today has been long. I've gotten lots done, but at the same time, it's been frustrating.
But at least
Yeah.
you didn't have to cook dinner.
Yes, at least I didn't have to cook dinner for my cyber self. Yeah, so fucking capture card issues aside, I am here now, and Kian's here, and so is
Hi.
Charles and Mona.
Yeah.
You cut out there. Hooray!
Yeah.
So it's time for some Metal Gear Mondays.
Metal
Gear
Gear
Mondays.
Mondays.
Yeah, so we're gonna play MGS3 today. Yo, Sora, thank you for the host, and thank you for the host, Stein, and thank you for the gift sub, Stein, and thank you for the DS9 reference, Platinum Tulip. I love the episode, my man Bashir. It's got the line that's like taking too much air out of a balloon.
That's where it comes from?
I think it's in DS9 as well, but it's very good. The actor who plays Cisco plays like the Bond villain, and oh my god, when Avery Brooks gets to ham it up, it's very good.
Yeah. That was a fun episode. Like, did you specifically were like we're going to watch this and make me watch it?
It was there during my rewatch, and you were there as well.
I
Thank
just happened
you.
to be there.
Thank you so much for the color, Stein. So now I'm the same as the background. Actually, I downloaded a fucking background for this. Hang on.
Is it a
We're not-
jungle?
this isn't VR training anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this isn't.
virtual. This is no virtual mission.
Mm-hmm. In fact, as I'm going to, as I'm gonna finish setting up the stream, I'm gonna put the intro on.
1964. What happened in 1964?
Nothing. Oh no, that's just the box art. That's not what I wanted. Please don't look at my stream. Please, I'm so sad.
Oh, Cass feel bad. Cass is sad. Sad Cass.
Hopefully you can hear it okay.
Konami present. The Berlin Wall.
Yeah. I'm looking at the stream and it's good.
Is the game too loud compared to us?
I guess
No.
we'll find out. Okay. We found out.
We
Whew.
found out.
Anyway, I need to stop this before I get real confused about like who's talking and doing what. It's like a snake.
I turned it up a little bit, Stein.
I think I'm quite loud.
I'll turn you down then.
I've been.
Charles is getting smollened.
Trinket.
The Bond intro may be the best for this game.
Very good.
A very good song.
Yeah. The snake skeleton is really cool.
Hope you aren't scared of snakes.
Why is Keen so much smaller? Because Keen's got a big hat.
Yeah, I am just naturally smaller.
Crime time, people.
Which is Dubian Smolland.
Witches do this.
Oh, you got a rocket launcher in this game? That's crazy!
Spoilers.
Music by Harry Gregson Williams, famous composer of Watered. No, what's it called?
Watership down.
Flushed away.
Flushed away.
This is a fucking mess.
I was gonna say Watered Down, which is not a film, but a Homestar Runner joke.
My name is Watered Down.
My name is Watered Down.
And I talk like this. Sneeder. I'm sure that's perfectly in time for y'all on the Twitch stream.
Yep.
Snake eater. The whisper at the end is good. It's real good.
It's the most important thing.
I'm sad that version isn't in Smash Bros. At least a version. There was two versions of Sneaky Smash, isn't there?
Access granted.
Whoa,
Camo
Loza!
Index. 10%, like my sub streak. I am immersed in this experience.
10 months.
10 months!
months.
My first 10-month subscriber. Wow, Loza, thank you so much.
Do you get a special badge for being 10?
No. I'm working on some more though, so you'll get one when you get to 12 months.
Yeah.
That's a year.
Damn, you're right. Hey, let's talk about this cool title screen, because that's something we haven't done on the stream before.
Nope, never.
This title screen fucking rips. It's like it's got Snake doing these cool mocap moves, taking down a guy. And you can adjust the speed of how fast or how slow he does it. You can change the colors and the pattern. You can invert it. It's great. It's crazy.
Yeah, you can decide whether or not you want the close-up version or the far-away version to be the primary.
What's the best one? Hang on. There we go.
Peace Walker.
Yeah, that's very much Peace Walker's vibe. Oh man, I can't wait for you to play Peace Walker.
Right, who wants to play a fucking video game?
That's crazy.
Let's do it. Of course, we're all here to play the real game, Metal Gear. Unfortunately, it's already 26 past 7, so we don't have time for any bits today.
We don't have time to do the bit where we play the old Metal Gear.
Yeah.
What Metal Gear Solid game do you like?
I love MGS2. You know me.
Yeah.
I know what happens with the MGS2 one. I think I know what happens with the MGS3 one. I don't know the MGS1 one.
The MGS1 one is very stupid. If you do it during Virtuous Mission, you have infinite stamina.
Nice.
Or something along those lines. The idea is you like MGS1 and there was no stamina or grip level or oxygen in MGS1, so you have a lot of it.
Invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but only for the Virtuous Mission.
Yes. And Peace Walker isn't the one they decided was non-canon. That was oh fuck, everything's gone.
Portable Ops.
Portable Ops and Acid.
Peace Walker is Peace Walker's like Portable Ops, but if Kojima made it.
Yeah. All right. I think we just go with I'm playing the MGS series for the first time. Or MGS 3. Which would you pick, Kian?
I mean, I think the MGS2 thing is funny, but that's my personal preference.
Yeah, I mean, we did just finish MGS2, so we should probably...
We just played MGS2, so
Okay.
It makes sense to think I like MGS2.
Yeah.
Normal?
And we're playing on normal.
Yeah.
At the end
After
of
the
World
end of
War...
World War II, the world was split into two, East and West.
Y'all don't need
This
me.
marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
It was about the Cold War.
Actually, that's not as funny. It'd be more like, y'all don't need me.
Like you're going down some imaginary steps.
I'm still down here.
David Hayter is that? I need to know Keith the Sutherland.
Oh my god.
Yusuf.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off. Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Cav, okay.
There he is.
Man himself.
Shuyo Murata. Look, it's Snake.
Put out that cigar.
There he is.
Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waist know what he's doing?
That seems like a 60s slur.
Approaching release.
You panty
10
waist.
minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Whoa. You know, this game was filmed in 3D, so you were supposed to put your 3D goggles on now.
Put them on 1 minute ago.
Depressurization
Why
complete.
So the game was only realized when it was ported to the 3DS.
Opening rear hatch.
You look like Firefly from the Arkham games.
Oh look, okay. Underneath the US Army on his helmet, it says Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Whoa!
Look at that!
It does really look like fucking Firefly from Arkham.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius.
Oh, that's really cold.
Drop off. Stand up.
What's that in Fahrenheit?
Look at how his clothes are fucking.
You'll be
Yeah.
130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the windshield. 1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
This game,
Activate the alarm.
like,
This is one for the
MGS2 was like,
The history
world's
books!
first Halo.
The world's first Halo!
Yeah! Master Chief is here.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by.
like, MGS2 was like, let's see what the PS2 can do. And then, MGS3 is like, let's see what the PS2 can do real hard.
1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
I'm British, God save the Queen.
Oh no, he fainted. Someone catch him.
Look at him do something.
I wanna edit that with the fucking Tony Hawk's tricks like counter. Oh.
Oh. This is Hideo Kojima game.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission. Virtual mission. No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission.
Virtuous
Some kind of
mission?
Initiation ritual.
Hi, Raven.
Don't get cocky, this isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago,
Oh.
a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
He left
Not
his
exactly.
family behind.
One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west.
Cookie cat.
He used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent.
Thank you.
It was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our
Hey, Happy New Year, Snake, and everyone else.
Thank you very much for the sub,
October
Nick.
16, 1960.
Happy 8 months.
President Kennedy
8
received
months.
word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying
Kennedy.
intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba.
The footage Konami doesn't want you to see!
So they managed to remove the missiles.
This is the one where I say fuck.
Blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down.
I'll show
Instead,
you
they
why
sent
my
out
snake
forces on
is
the
solid.
Soviet transport ships and missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces
Sorry.
went on alert for all-out nuclear war.
I apologize.
Frantic negotiations
As you
were conducted
should.
with the US
A scandal with the Kennedys.
and unofficial channels.
Who would have seen that coming?
Understanding.
Something to make your head blow up.
The Soviet
Fuck,
No!
Charles.
missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust.
Shoof.
But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete. We
Oh.
were going to get rid of them anyway.
Oh.
They had no strategic value
Get rid
whatsoever
of them anyway.
to the US or the Russians.
Wait, what does
The
IRBM
Turkey
stand
deal was a
for?
ruse, a cover story that was
Interregional
fed to
ballistic
intelligence
missile?
agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on
Intermediate
Sokolov?
range ballistic missile.
That's
Sure.
right.
What the hell was he working on?
Whatever.
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my side.
You didn't have to include that bit,
Then a
Zero.
month ago, we received some new
And then he
information.
pissed himself like a little baby.
Johnny Sokolov.
Yes. He was taken back to the research
The human
facility and
Johnny.
forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
Ground rockets.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so
Weapon.
big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west. It's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs.
Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
I like this pointer he has.
Yeah.
It's
Conducting a
Move it
field
around.
test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him
He's
back.
drawing his YouTube
This
thumbnail.
mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility.
Red circle here.
This is our last
Arrow
chance.
here.
Sokolov must have known that too when he.
Oh my god, Tulip. Oh, yeah, we're falling.
The world's first Halo jump. You're still awake, right, Snake?
Sorry, I was
what's that?
dreaming about our briefing.
Right, so there's a flashback. They weren't telling him the mission as he was dropping.
That was before they even left for this.
Whoa, Loza, thank you for the gift sub.
Oh, those are some kind.
Enjoy, Tulip.
Listen up, Jack. Your
Post.
mission is to infiltrate
Oh,
Selinoyarsk
Freddy
in the
Mode.
Soviet mountains
You can press
and ensure
RB
the safety of Sokolov and bring him
To
back
look
the
through his
West.
eyes! Whoa!
The power of the PS2.
It's the future.
I mean, it is kind of ridiculous that this is all in real time.
Yep.
We'll be facing a major crisis.
It's just like the intro to Wii Sports Resort.
Once we've confirmed the rescue,
I'm landing on Woohoo Island.
Salino Yards, known to the locals as Woohoo Island.
Helium will be pumped into the balloon and inflated. The process takes about 20 minutes.
You've got 20 minutes, right?
The gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
There it is.
Take it easy.
The full
It's been combat
air recovery system.
This one takes 20 minutes, though.
I think Sokolov is up to it.
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
It shouldn't take more than 3 hours and 59 minutes.
But if anything goes wrong,
Home in time.
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Why do you say that like an airline pilot? I mean, hang on. I'm sorry. He's just British.
The way he smiled at fucking paramedic there, like, It was funny, isn't it, what I just said?
You'll be having tea in the jungle.
You'll be eating through a straw, Snake.
No.
Oh. Oh, no!
Oh no, your gear!
It's next to that textured tree.
I need that.
On a stallion, I'll be fighting Colonel Matt.
Look, he's doing the pose that you did at the start of MGS2.
Yeah.
It's Nikita.
Battle Angel?
Missile?
How I remove my clothes in the evening.
Slow-mo.
Look who it is!
Yeah! It's Jack!
Ooh.
Do you remember MGS2?
Yeah, I do.
You remember who we played as?
Don't worry, I do.
Woof! Good.
Mask,
Alright.
olive drab, 10%.
Olive drab? Oh, that's what you're wearing.
Yeah. there's a lot of mechanics in this game.
Yo, there's a snake!
You got some RC, mate.
Wait, yo.
Yeah!
And
We
then
did
they
it!
disintegrate and then they just turn into a fucking ration.
Wait, you have a percentage of how well you're hidden? Is
Yes.
that what that is?
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Your
It's the
camo
amazing.
index.
Camo Index.
Yo! This game actually sounds like it could be fun.
Like, it's got everything that MGS2 had, and then more. You got some.
Let's eat a snake.
Look at the way he looks at you.
Tasty.
It's now inside of you.
And now,
I've
Snake
already-
knows how tasty it was.
I've already played the game a little bit, so I've got the achievement for eating a snake.
Oh, whoops. That's fine.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about that. No one would have known if you didn't mention that.
I would have. That's a lie, I wouldn't have.
I love your grey hair.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
I don't
You're
like
not
that
to mention
name.
your real name.
He's from Portsmouth.
Whoa!
Don't like
I
snakes?
know that place.
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
And 2 minutes
I'm
ago.
glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh, and Snake.
It refreshes the data.
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
Good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake
What?
to shed his skin.
What? Oh. Whoa. What?
Look at his eyelashes. Oh my god.
It's so pretty.
Snake yassification.
I also love that he was wearing his fucking face paint underneath the mask.
Yeah.
Oh, the leaves. They fall from the trees.
Did you know that happened, Mona?
No. I was like, oh, you're playing as this guy? Alright.
It only happens because we picked I Like MGS2
Yep.
as well.
Yeah. It's specifically to trick us.
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality.
No.
In other words,
The Fox
weapons
unit,
and
you
equipment
say?
are procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason
No.
for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha.
You see,
Getting back to the subject, how exactly
this
am I
is
supposed to
actually
view
video game
myself?
3.
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
We have video footage of it to show you right
To
now.
climb a
through your-
tree, stand in front
radio.
of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you.
A call.
If you need to talk to me, use the send function.
Send.
Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Get back there and tell that bully you're not afraid of him.
I
Keep
also
a
love.
stiff upper lip.
So, yeah. I love that all the place names are written in Russian and English. Like how in MGS2 they're all written in Japanese and English.
Yeah.
So I
You
find
know,
that, you know,
the very Japanese tanker off the coast of Manhattan. This game's got stuff going on.
Yeah.
this game's good.
You can hang off of.
Fuck!
Nope.
You can if you're, you know.
Go on, Charles.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be mean.
We can pull up your Metal Gear stats.
You are minus 5% hidden.
Oh, hang
I
on.
think is it press the action button?
I
when
think
you're
so.
under?
I was pressing the crouch button.
Yeah.
Action buttons changed.
Oh look!
Oh.
Oh, okay, that cancelled it. We're fine. They were going to tell me how to do it, probably. Anyway.
Yeah.
Look, you can do pull-ups. Unfortunately, there is not a grip level in this
Damn.
game. Your stamina is just how much you can grip.
I wish that was the case, Tulip. And yeah, I think the best way to play it, Lolzer, is on
I see you've
an
retrieved
Xbox
your
Series
backpack,
X.
Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right.
Back.
Survival is
Yep,
fundamental
that's right.
to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
Hush puppy.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too.
Don't leave
Your
any
presence in enemy
piss, Snake.
territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a
really,
ghost,
really,
Snake,
really want you to know
every
this.
sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
We're changing.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
We're changing the difficulty
I'm
to
afraid so.
European
You've been
extreme.
given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really
Don't use
dead.
it in front of that tree,
So
Snake.
how do I come back to life?
So how
Let's
do I
take
come
the
back to
revival
life?
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you.
Yeah!
This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake.
A
I'm
woman.
Pamela. Nice to meet you.
It's paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short.
Fuck.
You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name.
Oh my
What's your
god.
name?
True.
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake. Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your
What a
mentor.
thing to call her.
Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right.
Boss?
It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've
What?
lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the
Jedi
battlefield.
Council.
And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency
This
is
is fine.
141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Okay, he slides the knife out. And a gun.
Hey, Dragon Cat Man.
Use both of them at the same time.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Oh. Hey,
we did it.
Okay, cool. 45 minutes in. Let's go.
Like all of that dialogue is so fucking good, but oh my goodness, there's so much of it.
Yeah.
Like I love the boss. Like she's literally one of my favorite video game characters.
Yeah. When what's it? Like I really enjoy that opening bit. In the context of being on a stream, it is a bit much.
Yeah.
But also, when the boss is talking, I shut up and I'm like, oh.
Absolutely. Let's save so we don't have to do that again.
Saving the game, Snake?
Thank you. Saving the game, Snake.
Yo! Thank you so much for the follow, Zelia Same. I hope I said that right. You're being weird? I don't think you can be weird in the Metal Gear Solid universe. There was the guy from who's voiced by Dean Domino called Fat Man in the last game. He roller skates and plants explosives.
And a vampire.
And a vampire? No, Superman's here too. Ignore my previous save file.
Hard. On hard?
Yeah, in 2019.
For 9 hours?
Please don't look at it.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
Yeah! No. There you go, Lalza.
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Look at him!
It's about
Look at
this
that guy!
monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants fit so tightly.
It's not real.
Fucking hell.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of the Alamos.
Fuck.
So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Remember, Snakes. Subs, not dubs.
If you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why is that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they should be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well,
You can tell
I guess
this
it might
is
at least make a nice distraction.
Kojima character.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Oh,
I love you, paramedic.
I love you, paramedic. I love all big green monsters. I also love little green monsters.
There he is.
Okay, everyone shut up. Yeah!
Yeah! Aggo waggo! Aggo waggo! Aggo waggo!
So, are we gonna get all of the Karatans?
Yep, this is a Karatan run.
Oh boy.
It's. I was like, I could either do a no-kill run or a Karatan run. And I'm Frogcast, so.
Let's kill some people.
Yeah. Hey, Drummer Guy 31, welcome to the stream. What console is this? I'm playing this on the Xbox Series X. Ooh. Anyway, let's put the mask back on.
I'm glad that it provides like nothing to your fucking Camo Index.
I don't like Raiden when he's not a twink.
Yeah, this is like twunk.
Barrel-chested Raiden.
Mm-hmm.
Twunk Raiden.
Yeah. So, all right. There are a million questions in the chat. I cannot address them all, but I can address a couple of them. So if you picked I like MGS3 at the start of the game, essentially there are a number of things that you would get on New Game Plus run that if you pick I like MGS3, the game will just automatically give you. So that includes the ability to play on European Extreme, or Extreme and European Extreme without having to have already beaten the game. And you would start with a bunch of additional camouflage that you would normally need to beat the game to get. Look at him go.
I love how Snake stands when you have the gun out. He's like a little bunny. Boing.
This is the CQC stance. This is the most efficient stance possible.
So yeah, welcome to the stream, Drummer Guy. It's nice to see you here. And No Superman says, good luck getting the ones during the finale. Oh yeah, that'll be a whole stream.
Yeah.
But the chase will be... I'm going to save all my automatic weapons for that.
Just spray and pray.
If I mash RB, Snake does a little shuffle.
This feels very bad to look at. Look, when you're about to hit a screen transition, the letterbox is like a movie.
Yeah.
It's like in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
When you lock on.
Did you mean this, No Superman? So one interesting thing about this game is that you can control the camera yourself, which is an addition of substance or whatever the special subsistence. Yeah. Yeah. Do I get anything when I shoot all the little buddies? I think I get an extra camo for New Game Plus and an achievement, which is what this is all about.
And if you push in the right analog stick,
it goes back to the classic camera.
Yeah, it goes back to the fixed camera angles of the original MGS3.
Yeah, if you push in the classic camera and push out to the of-in food.
Yeah.
Drummer Guy 31 says you gotta rebuy this for PS2 on eBay or buy an Xbox Series S. Yeah, well, you cannot buy this game digitally right now. Konami have delisted it.
It's not back up yet?
I haven't seen any news about it being back up, no.
Yeah.
I mean, why would anyone want to... positive thing that Konami have done?
Yeah, it's true.
I feel like that's half the reason why people started talking about the fact that they got delisted, so people could be like, fuck Konami again.
Oh, some people are saying you can. I'm not news.
I mean, I don't like Konami because they stopped making good Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Now, despite the fact what Major Tom said, you don't have to worry about getting not seen, right?
Yeah.
You can get seen, but obviously...
It's the game being like, this is a stealth game. You want to be stealthy. So, hey, here's our first obstacle. There are some... Look at these guys. You got your directional microphone.
They're silent.
Silent but deadly. Truly, these are stealthy predators.
I wish I was a crocodile. Can you remove the suppressor from again?
You can.
Probably.
So when you open up your weapon menu, it should be like, I think you press A to... or X to... Yeah, there you go.
You can hear it being screwed on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's important, because obviously in the previous game, in MGS2, you very much didn't have to worry about, you know, your suppressor running out, because I guess in the next 40 years they develop better suppressors. But like, it's part of the survival aspect of this game. Like, you know, if you don't want to make any noise, you have to be sparing with your things. You can't just go shooting people willy-nilly.
Yep.
Whoa.
And there's another suppressor.
Yeah. It's got the Bloodborne dirt system.
Yeah. So this is sinky sand. You don't want to get sunk in it, or else you die.
Will die.
Snake dies.
Snake die on the second screen.
Snake can die.
Snake can die on second screen.
Yeah. Does that also affect your camo index when you're dirty?
I think so. There's a lot of systems in this game.
Yeah, this is very much a systems-driven game.
This is a systems-driven game. Aggo. Alright, we should probably explain the Karatans for people who don't know what the fuck a Karatan is. So the Karatans are these little froggy guys. They make that noise. Aggo. They are some form of licensed character that primarily exists in Japan. It's very hard to find any information in like English-speaking places about the Karatans and their friend the Gakko, which is a little duck guy. It's very hard to find information that isn't related to Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at his whole stance.
He's like, hi, I'm a Keratin. You're not going to shoot me in the chase sequence.
They're little Kermits.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Kit.
Neck frill.
Welcome.
Yeah,
What a
Kit's here.
frill.
Ah, another run I could do is the Markhor run, where I eat every food in the game. Oof. I feel sick just thinking about that. Anyway, time to eat a snake.
Darkon and Keratin.
Skeleton. That's tasty.
Ooh, a whole hornet's nest.
I could eat this nest of hornets. Spicy.
Not eaten yet. Taste unknown.
And so there is a Kerotan in basically every screen of the game. And so Cass is going to try and shoot all 64 of them.
Yep.
Do you have a guide?
It's on my phone right now.
Yeah, okay, there we go. What was I going to say? Also, weirdly, there's a licensed food in this game that you have with you, which is the
calorie mate.
The calorie mate, which is a real thing that you can buy in real life if you so desire.
Yeah, there's a real Japanese
balanced food
energy
block.
Yeah, a balanced food block, an energy bar, I guess.
Yeah, it basically you have it. It's like a last resort because it doesn't taste very good, and I don't actually know how much it.
Let's hear what Snake has to say about it, because I'm sure Snake is unbiased.
You wouldn't waste your. Oh, I want some more. He wants some more. Can't believe you'd waste your only calorie mate like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's worth wasting for a treat.
They look like very big bourbon creams.
Basically, yeah.
They do not taste like very big bourbon creams.
No.
Yeah. When I was in university, one of my housemates bought a box of like Japanese sweets, and it included some calorie mate, and he was very excited to try it, but it wasn't very good.
Oh.
It's quite dry. That's the thing. Yeah.
Snake wouldn't lie to us.
I mean, I could believe that Snake would like it. It's probably got sugar in it or something.
Wow, the boss never let me have this.
And then just eating like whole pythons raw.
God, I'm so glad we get to do our Snake impressions this game.
Rather than doing a Raiden impression.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
Enemy spotted.
AK-47.
The good old KGB.
Pineapples in 556.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law.
Oh shit, I should
Now
turn
let
myself
Kremlin
in.
find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage.
Bye, God
Change your
Nintendo. Thank you for
camouflage
coming.
by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively.
Snake, have you ever heard of Sophie?
Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Okay, hang on. Charles, you like men, right?
Yeah?
What are your thoughts on this?
Ooh.
Because it's like he looks like those firemen they do calendars of. He's got like the straps over his nipples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a problem.
He's
about
a
this?
tease, you know? Oh, no.
No.
Get it away.
But no, I do like Naked Snake when you take his top off. I'm not gonna lie.
It's more enticing that you don't see his nipples, right? Because you get to imagine them.
Yeah, they could be huge.
It'd be pepperoni.
Oh no, please no.
Mystery is sexier than any nipple.
Yeah.
Damn, you said it, man.
Imagination.
That's why no one knows what I look like.
So hey, it's the 1960s. All of your gear fucking sucks. All of your gear runs on batteries. So the radar you have in this game is not very good compared to the MGS 1 and 2 radars, which are like fucking perfect. Hey, you just got a sniper rifle?
Somebody just left this in the jungle? It's fine.
Fuck.
Anyway, let me get out my reticulated python to throw.
I mean, like, hey, that's a thing you can do, and it can be valuable sometimes. There's another one in the grass there. Oh man.
You want a bullet? That's a lot of bullet.
It is a lot of bullet.
Snake.
You're not gonna shoot it with a sniper at point blank, are you?
You're gonna no-scope this sniper? Or the snake?
The snaker?
No, because it will make lots of noise.
Yeah.
It's true. That's the reason to not do it.
I'll just remove the silencer off of your thing.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You can't do that, right? You can't just like remove one silencer.
Oh fuck! Alright, well, we have failed at the first task of not get seen. That's fine. We can demonstrate the CQ. You can demonstrate CQC.
As soon as their friend turns up.
Well, now there's more people are gonna show up.
Ah, damn. Well, how else did we expect the stream to go?
Yeah. Also, you need to have your gun, knife, or knife alone to CQC.
Can you not do it with none?
Oh no, you can. Never mind. I'm wrong.
It's a convenient little CQC symbol.
Yeah, it is a convenient little CQC symbol.
They're like, where'd he go? He went into the grass. I can't see him.
So, like, a big change they've made. Oh, over there. Over there. You want to hold the button down.
Okay.
Hold.
Thank you.
To...
Get back here. There we go.
Yeah, CQC.
I force pulled them. I love the combat music in this game.
Yeah. So, Harry Gregson Williams, composer of this video game, he worked on MGS2, and famously, he said to Kojima, I wasn't interested in working on another Metal Gear game unless you set this one in the jungle. And then Kojima said, okay. And then Metal Gear Solid 3 was set in the jungle.
The jungles of northern Russia?
Yeah.
Yeah, the famous Russian jungles.
Yeah.
This is HQ. Control here. We've lost sight of the intruder, going into high alert. Acknowledged. The enemy is still near.
Oh, bud.
Pursue and engage him.
So,
Oh, technically we're in Kazakhstan.
Oh yes, yeah. The exact location of Selinoyarsk is not very well established, and just about every attempt to identify it properly geographically, there's always some inconsistency. So it's kind of just nonsense. But I believe Kazakhstan is the closest possible place. So first big gameplay change they've made here is, if you'll notice, the caution timer lasts for fucking ever in this game.
Got like a whole minute left on it.
Yeah, and this is an intentional design decision they've made, because they don't want you to just, wait out the timer like you probably would in MGS2. They are encouraging you to attempt to sneak through this area that now has more guards in it.
Yeah. And also, it's very much like, oh shit, it's very much like what they told you, which is your presence here is bad, and like the fact that if these people saw anyone, like it's amazing that you're not dead yet. Basically, let's put it that way.
I also like how the music gets a little quieter when you're in first person, crawling through this grass. Boop, boop.
It's a lot of details in this game.
Yeah.
Hi, meow meow.
Is there a meow meow?
Oh yeah, I have a meow meow. Hi, meow meow. Who's your little baby?
How's Mac doing?
Mac's doing great. He's a little angry at me because I found out that he's tricking me into giving him too much food.
Oh no! Aggo.
He's Stein's a meow meow, so we have 2 meow meows. And I guess Kath is a meow meow, so we have 3 meow meows.
Thermal goggles.
Thermal meow meow.
I need to.
The backpack system is one thing I don't fully understand about this game.
I think it's just because there's so much in this game, right?
Yeah, like you can end up with a lot of stuck gear in your pockets. It just to be able to not have it all in your menu makes it like you can equip everything if you want and scroll through it.
You can equip 8 things.
You can equip 8 things.
You can equip 8 things if you want and scroll through it.
I think also, like it says there, all of the things have weight, and the more weight you have, the more your stamina decreases.
Yeah. That's the thing, we haven't really touched on it properly, but the stamina system very, very key because as you do anything in the game, your stamina drains.
Yeah, and unlike in the last two Metal Gear games, your health bar is not really a magic video game health bar. Well, I mean, it's still a pretty video gamey health bar, but the way it works is that when you take damage, you get wounded, and your health can only recover over time based on how high your stamina is. You can't just instantly heal your damage by eating food. Eating food only recovers stamina, which then slowly regains your health over time.
Mm-hmm. Yo! Sorry, go ahead.
Yet another system that encourages you to, play smart and not get into conflict, because if you take a lot of damage, there isn't a way to heal mid-fight and, keep fighting. You actually have to run away and tend to your wounds.
I like your bouncing Cheeto Tiger emote, Happy.
That's a good target.
Anyway, we've got the Keratin. We can leave.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to find every item in this game, gang. I'm sorry. There is one item I want. And I think I definitely said it to Charles. But otherwise, I'm just going to play this game.
You got this. There's a lot of playing to this.
Yeah, so like this thing. Obviously, this opening sequence is very much like a thing. But once we get into the meat of the game, don't look at it. Don't look at it.
I love that grin. Yeah. I love it so much. He's like, I have a devious plan.
What if I was a sneaky little bastard? Isn't it?
What if I caused a little mischief?
That was a fruit.
Oh!
It's the one to the right.
Oh, I thought that was a melon.
Hey, and to the left.
Yeah, that was a friend. Goodbye.
I'm going to apologize in advance. If you do hear any loud bells, that's a cat.
Okay.
Nope. Immediately.
Do you know that during this cutscene, if you turn the power off, it stops the game? Wow! Thanks, Lenore.
Okay. For a second, I thought that was a lolza fact.
Is the Waka Waka, will that alert enemies? Will they investigate it?
Enemies will investigate it, so it's a good way to, get them off you, basically. Yeah. Is if they're looking for you and you shoot a Keratin, they'll hear the and go investigate that instead.
Mm-hmm. It is very pretty. Also, the bridge leans. Anyway,
no. Grip level.
Whoop. The bridge leans depending on what side you're on, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Damn, the 360.
Can you cut the rope?
You can. I think you can cut the rope.
I don't think you can cut it right now.
Yeah. Also, what's the old camera look like in this area? This is a question I'll probably be asking a lot. But yeah, look at this.
I'll go across the bridge with it on.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's like a bridge.
Like a bridge! It's crazy! Oh my god.
Jeez.
Yeah. There are advantages to both cameras. I think the subsistence, like, third-person camera is overall better for most scenarios, but sometimes if you want to, like, see above you, the old camera can be good.
Yeah, because it pulls out further.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get all the items, says Cass, going for the secret items.
Oh, but this secret item is a good one, though.
Yeah. It's a gun.
It's a gun!
An XM16E1.
And some pentazamine. The drug that makes you hold your gun better.
And horny. It's got 101 bullets. Look at this shit.
Oh, of course.
I think they heard you. HQ, we just had someone unload like 500 rounds into the ground.
Can someone clip that?
Of course, the XM16E1, also known as Redacted. It's totally not based on any other real gun.
Yeah, this console does not have pressure sensitive buttons. Oh.
They can't come here, right?
They don't exist if they're not on the old camera.
Bum, bum.
I love the music in this game.
Yeah. It's a good thing that so, you know, hey, good job on getting Harry Gregson Williams back.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. It was worth it to set this whole game in the jungle just for that.
Sometimes when I clip something on Twitter, it like takes forever to process, and then the other times it's just done. Like that clip I just made.
Must have been the wind shooting a gun.
Like some sort of crazy person.
Yeah. It's okay.
Nice.
Didn't know.
Nice.
Didn't see shit.
Like in MGS2, you can shoot the enemies' radios.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're the things with the flashy red lights on.
I'm just gonna leave them alone.
Cut the bridge!
Like Dark Souls 3.
Yeah! Oh, fucking... Man. Dark Souls 3. Mass Effect.
Rasvet.
Ratfest.
Ratvest.
Oh! I think this virtuous mission is very good for teaching you the game.
This place is a dump.
Ah, interesting, No Superman. Thank you.
I can't see Sokolov from here.
Neither can we.
The security is...
Can't see anything.
There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
This is where I got to on my European Extreme playthrough.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast
Stein.
section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. And do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
So, 100%. That's quite the achievement.
This game also has dog tags, I believe. Which,
Good one,
yeah,
sir.
no. Yeah, no, that's... yeah, we're not doing that.
I'm already doing a thing.
Yeah.
It's more than I did for MGS2.
This game has a lot of... Oh. This game has a lot of things to do and see, and it's definitely set up for you to do multiple playthroughs, and that's really cool. Like there is so much stuff you can do differently. You know, you can do so many different types of playthroughs. You can do like a CQC only run. You can do a
genocide run, a pacifist run. You can save meta turn.
You can kill Toriel. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. What else do you do?
When next time you're tranking somebody, I want us to like pay attention to the noise, because it's, I think my favorite thing in this game is the noise people make when they get tranked. Hey, friend.
There he is.
He's watching over you.
There we go.
Over your shoulder.
Nice screenshot. Glad that we get to see those pop up. This game does not allow sharing to the Xbox Network, however.
That is the Keratin Konami doesn't want you to see.
What the? See, he heard the Keratin. He wants to investigate. Oh, the M37.
I'm seeing things. The idea of 100%ing these games is crazy.
There's a lot. There's so much.
This is the kind of time when using the original camera might actually be useful, right?
Yeah.
Because like you can see more. Yeah, they can hear that.
Yeah, they hear the sonar.
And get him!
Yeah!
Okay, it's fine.
God, I love CQC.
CQC is the coolest.
Yeah. They brought it back in every game since, so
yep.
The reason.
Snake magically learns it in between MGS 2 and 4.
He's old now.
He's
old people always do that. We should eat some snake.
Yeah, you're a little hungry.
Let's see what this hornet nest tastes like. What?
Snake loves all of this.
I mean, it's just a bunch of honey.
And wasps. Or hornets.
Yeah, sure.
Hornets don't make honey, right?
They make a liquid.
Oh, Mona!
Hornet juice.
Oh.
Freshly squeezed.
No one?
Oh shit.
What's going on?
This guy's a terrible shot.
Can even shoot my fat ass.
Down the stairs.
Oh my god.
That wasn't the right gun.
That wasn't the gun at all.
It wasn't the gun at all.
Some hornet will make honey. It is never as good as bee honey, but you know.
Yeah, Tulip says, you know, they played MGS 2 and 3 on very easy and still had a great time.
Yeah.
Because they had a blast just having fun fucking around. Metal Gear games are games of many, many toys, and they're fun toys to play with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, and also there's still a challenge in it. Like, if the enemies see you, they're still gonna fucking shoot you. Like, you know, you just won't take as much damage.
Oops.
You know, you still have to engage with the mechanics.
This is always how I play this area. I get seen and then there's this sudden pile of bodies.
The body pile?
Mysterious.
What's the in-game reason for the Keratans?
They're popular. Everybody loves them.
Real popular in Kazakhstan.
So like these soldiers are like, damn, I really love Keratan.
The barrel!
Steerike! Wait, no, that's the wrong kind of Steerike.
I fear if we were going for a no-kill run, it might have been intercepted just there.
This is the one game where not doing a no-kill run is good, I think, personally.
I mean, this is the one game where there's a fucking chase sequence at the end, which is bad. Hang on, is there a grate in the way? Fuck! Oh look! Mona!
Rats! Eat the rat.
Theme of rat.
Rat theme.
Theme of rat.
I'm gonna post what I saw on the stream. in the context for stream.
Rat.
No one?
So small. It's blurry.
It's so blurry.
Oh, snake.
I saved that rat.
I assume you're not going to kill the rat and eat it. Right?
I'll sneak. Oh, hey Mona, could you grab me a drink?
No. I'm not leaving my chair until the rat is out of sight.
The rat is safe.
Until the rat's out of sight, you say.
He's just a little baby.
Out of sight, out of mind.
No!
Now we've always got one in our inventory.
And nothing bad will ever happen to it.
You can also trank the rat.
No! I don't know what you're doing.
You should trank the rat.
I should trank the rat, actually.
Oh, look at the rat! Not eaten yet. Good.
That one is sleeping. That one's sleeping. Look, Mona.
Look, it's in the cage.
It's in a cage. Rat captured alive. This one's our friend, Mona. What do you want to call them?
Okay, his name is gonna be...
I can't believe you just ate that rat. Not half bad. That's his name now, not half bad.
What's their name, Mona?
Name's Jonathan.
Jonathan Rat.
Jonathan Rat. Jonathan, not half bad rat.
Rotate the rat.
Clearly, you haven't rotated enough horses.
Never mind.
Can we play Rat Plinko?
Rat Plinko.
Alright, we've made it to the real game.
You know, if you rotate this rat enough times, eventually it'll vomit.
It's probably good for him if he vomits after all that tranquilizer he just ingested.
Can you rotate it like roll it?
Unfortunately, it reaches a point.
Make it do hello my honey, hello my baby.
Hello, Mom. Alright, this is now a Jonathan run. We're gonna keep Jonathan the whole game.
This is effectively a 2-cage run.
We're gonna get Jonathan and Tsuchinoko.
Jonathan Real?
Jonathan Real?
Jonathan Real?
After 2 rats, can you make them breed?
Oh man, imagine if this game had a fucking animal breeding system in it as well.
Let's find out.
Okay, who's Jonathan's husband gonna be called?
Jonathan's husband is gonna be
Rat.
Hold on, let's think here. Jonathan's husband will be called Preston.
Preston.
Preston and Jonathan.
Jonathan, I want a divorce.
No! How you disposed of it?
Why would you done this?
Why would you done this?
Oh fuck! I forgot that was a video game.
This isn't just a rat rotating simulator.
I need to get water. I'll be right back.
Oh my god.
What a life we live in, huh?
You wanted to see something when we were tranking them?
What?
Somebody said something that we wanted to pay attention to someone when we tranquilized them.
Oh right, yeah, just the noise. The noise.
Okay.
That's all.
This is HQ. Patrol here.
No, that's not the noise. I think it has to be when they're not expecting it. Perhaps. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's a headshot. I'm not sure. It's something.
Damn.
Such expert moves.
Yo, this is how I sit. Oh fuck!
It's a very gay way to sit.
How do lesbians sit?
There it is. That was the one.
Nice. Alright, all the enemies have been dealt with, including Preston.
He was abusive. Sorry.
No!
He was a communist spy working for the KGB.
Look, that camera on his back could have been for anything.
I just really like GoPro.
What if something fun
GoPro
happens
doesn't
in my
exist
life?
yet.
Don't worry, Snake, you'll get it in 40 years.
It's funny because that could almost be like a joke about the original Metal Gear games.
Whoa.
Smoke alarm.
Got to burn
Smoke alarm.
Got to burn my fan fiction. These papers will never see the light of day. You'll be safe, Sniper Wolf.
He does have a few monocle, doesn't he?
You must be Sokolov.
He's got a Bajoran earring.
One of Volgin's men.
Why didn't you burn all of them?
It from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent.
Boo.
I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
Your CIA.
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
I killed
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Like a wrestler.
Thunderbolt. Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me.
Oh no.
Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
I love the sort of the fucking lamp shading on that, where they're just like, "Oh, your Russian is impeccable." It's like, oh, damn, they were speaking Russian this whole time.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
I mean, it makes sense.
It's translated for our convenience.
Sokolov is
Got
safe
the
with me.
asterisks from
He's
the
doing
comics.
fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
Well, this game is,
I managed to get
this game's really
past them.
short, huh?
I see.
Yeah, we
What
did
about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
Probably because you put her in a
Probably
fucking
just a weak
submarine.
signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
We lost contact with the boss, who's on the other side of the planet, under the sea.
It's pretty good radio, considering. Clear signal.
For the 1960s, absolutely.
Crazy.
Oh.
I was looking at what Brian Cummings' voice of Sokolov had done before, because he's like, you know, he's done lots of like bit parts, but his most recent role in anything was the sculptor in Sekiro, in the English version.
Isn't he Hondo in Clone Wars?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of Jim Cummings, who's Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, that's what he
Yeah.
Oh, he's so scared.
Yeah, that, like, like 2 of his fucking credits on IMDb are for MGS3, just the 3D version on 3DS.
Oh no, they woke up. They found the man pile.
What's freeze in Russian?
Freeze.
That's why all these Russian agents speak with real good American accents, because they're actually speaking Russian.
So this is the legendary boss. We meet at last.
Such a tiny gun.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. What's a crew soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
It's such a little bit.
This is Ocelot? I thought Ocelot was supposed to be scary. This is a homosexual.
Get out of here.
Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
And he's a furry.
That was pretty dope.
That's what GRU stands for, the Gay Rights Unit.
These fucking Spurs.
In the 60s, they were radicals.
The 60s?
Shut up.
Oh, there goes why no kill run. Oh, he's on his hat.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Stop pissing yourself.
Damn you, Johnny Sokolov.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
I forgot about that!
You made a joke about it being a furry earlier.
Please,
Operative?
save me, Snake. They're going to turn me gay.
It's
too late for me.
Oh my god, he's got lackeys.
If you're not the boss.
He's like the mean girl at high school.
Yeah.
Your trip is horrendous.
These are the Russian tunnel snakes.
Ocelots rule. Oh, this is so gay.
That scream is like embedded in my mind. You're sort of missing him, Snake.
No one understand how to use guns in this world, or?
Rule of cool, Mona.
Like, just shoot Ocelot while he was doing his spin.
We're in a post-Matrix world, and video games are forever different.
It's teaching you how the tranquilizer works.
Oh. I love the bullet popping out of his fucking jammed gun. I dislodged it for you.
Impossible. You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Yeah, that's the face of a man in love.
Yep.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Yeah!
Yeah!
POV. Snake's about to stab you.
Pretty good.
That was all I needed.
Call me a good boy, Snake.
My praise kink.
Oh, jeez.
Give me some pets.
Well, now that the homoeroticism is over, I've got to be right back. Excuse me.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it.
That many men there?
The whole
No
thing
doubt.
Stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Oh my god, Lenore, shut up. Anyway, I've decided against my no-kill run.
Yep.
Holy shit!
Problem solved! Series over!
Snake, you can't do that.
Oh.
The future will change. You'll create a time paradox.
Grandpa Tennyson?
Oh no! Grandpa!
Oh, buddy,
I
you
thought you were
seeing
just
this?
a plumber.
You seeing this?
What? Ocelot. What? What? Irado. Iradox? Wait. Iradox. Emo? Jesus Christ, can you just go any slower? I'm time paradox. Oh my god.
Can someone clip Mona reading that out, please?
Wow. Well, we did it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
We should save.
Yes, save is a good idea.
Do you want to save?
I hope that's what you wanted me to do.
100%. We've been playing this game for an hour and a half? Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm almost done cooking my dinner.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Nope, never heard of it.
The what?
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing. And there was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim, and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop.
Gay.
I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but...
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
Fuck.
How rude! Why do you say that?
Because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
Oh, damn.
Fine, I'll just get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fishman.
That was the Sokolov chimes in. That was the fanfic I was writing.
Really be careful out there.
It gets erotic.
And don't be attacking any pretty girls going for a swim either.
Are you calling me a fishman?
You started it.
Snake's an ass, but Paramedic gives it back just as good. Alright, let's go find Sokolov.
Yep. You're gonna drag this boy around.
Yep. You deserve to be with Preston. Oh, mousetrap. What? He was gonna kill Jonathan. That's why he was here.
Oh.
I'm glad I killed you. That's exactly what I was thinking, Nathan.
Hey. Then 50 years later, Guillermo del Toro made an award-winning version of Black Lagoon where the fishman fucks.
Oh yeah.
Academy Award winning.
Sokolov ran off this way. And I got the Keratin in that area.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome back, Loza.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me.
They're coming for us!
Calm down.
Run!
I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
Oh, don't worry, Kath. You just missed a gay man. Oh,
that's what they were making you build. Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank
I love that
That's a Metal
everything's...
Gear?
Yeah. Like the first one. I love that everything up to this point is relatively, like, time period accurate.
This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Nice meta joke there, Sokolov.
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
Oh, good.
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
Oh, that's bad.
World War.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again
Hot war.
in America. Please, take me to America. Quickly.
Cold War, hot fear.
They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
We just gotta cross this bridge. And then we're back in America. How do you feel about balloons?
You're recruiting him, boss?
The mild war. The boiling war.
The spicy war.
The steamy war. Don't worry about it. If you fall off, you can just do some pull-ups and come back up. Ah! Sokolov?
You know Sokolov's grip level is nothing.
-1. Yo, Mona, look who it is.
Mom?
Here she is.
You got here really quick.
Boss?
Oh. She does not give a fuck.
Good work, Jack.
Hi, take 2.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Oh, I hate this bit. And the other bit.
Hold your ears.
I hate you, Beehive Man. And the snake.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
I forgot he spoke like that.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Oh,
Now
God.
all of us are together. It's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Oh, it's Palpatine. He's got some glasses, though. Yeah, Nathan, you're right.
Kuwabara.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. What are you looking at, Kath? I'm so sorry.
It's so funny how normal this game is up until this cutscene.
Yeah!
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras.
Look at him, baby.
He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
I was really horny in that fight with Ocelot.
Think you can pull the trigger?
The lust. My gun!
Maybe I could be the pain.
You've seen my face. You can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
Ribbit. Ribbit.
The new blood has been rejected.
For you, take two. A death ribbit.
Whoa, look at him go!
Fucking ragdolling his body.
Oh no, he's being flushed away!
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Ribbit.
Shagohod is ours.
Shagohod is ours.
Oh no, he's been carried by ragdolls, says Lolza.
My place is with them now.
You okay, Fishman?
Beam. Beam. Beam.
Watch out, Hoppy. What is happening? Okay, Kath.
Snake,
I'm
can
sorry.
you hear me?
It's very simple, Kath.
Snake,
Oh
listen
my
to
god,
me.
the
You
same
need
thing happened to no
emergency medical
Superman.
treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
I agree with you to an extent, Nathan. I also think that it's much better than the way it's implemented in MGS5, where you just hold triangle.
Yeah.
I think this is more interesting.
So yeah, Snake's real fucked up. We gotta perform surgery on him.
Cut. Disinfect. Bandage.
This is an element of the game that I have to not think about very hard. In the sense of, like, I do all the things that I need to do and not think about what a snake is doing in this situation. Because it's, very, very uncomfy.
I do like that you can do stuff in any order, though, so I can just disinfect these bandages I put on.
Yep.
Cath redeemed Big Sippy. That means everyone's gotta have some water, including you, Snake. Tasty.
Yep. Oh.
I love that it echoes, like the death noise.
Yep. Yeah, this is what I meant by not think about it too hard, because jeez. Poor guy.
Yeah. I feel like those branches were there to, like, cover up his dick.
Yeah.
They're, like, placed at that angle.
Austin Powers.
You know, there's something to be said about a beat-up man.
Christ. What about when his bones sound like warm toast?
We're coming to get you now. Just stay
Good
where you
job,
are. We'll
Snake.
drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Yeah, I think the best thing for me now is getting yanked up in the air 500 feet. Where's the Keratin? Ah!
Ah!
I genuinely wasn't expecting that! I got spooked by the skeleton!
Skeleton!
Good spook. Oh shit.
Who is that?
Anyway, I'm back from defecting to the Soviet Union.
From the Catboy Nation. It looked sort of like Naomi, because they were wearing a turtleneck, I think. Oh, it's the Sorrow's body? Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's the Sorrow. I mean, I didn't want to say it, because I feel like it's kind of a spoiler, but whatever. It's not important.
No one knows who the Sorrow is.
If you haven't seen this game before, you won't understand what that means yet.
Yeah. Oh, he's reaching out for his mommy.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, my arm hurts so bad.
It's a good thing I stole the boss's bandana to use as a sling. Good thing I had that forethought.
I love when the boss grabs him with one hand and throws him over her head.
The boss is so cool.
So cool. I can't believe she defected.
Why would she defect to the Soviet Union? It doesn't make sense.
America is so cool.
He's so seething about it.
Good trigger discipline, though.
Oh, absolutely.
You gonna yowl like an ocelot, too? Yeah, I guess so.
This fucking guy.
It's Christmas for Vulcan.
Yeah. Russian Christmas.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her Cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
I can smell a woman.
I thought this was a gays only.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
Oh my god.
Oh, his woman in the chair.
Why is he standing like Riker?
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear.
Bastard.
A kiss of death.
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
No one say it. No one say it.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
It's such a dumb thing for a fucking Russian to say.
Yeah. Take two. I don't know why you'd bring that up. It's not like things are gonna go nuclear. Charles is killed by that explosion. That rocket launcher is real! Rocket launcher real?
Oh no.
Damn, I wish there was a fridge around.
It's not a good thing to be seeing.
Yeah. I think about all the dead snakes. Freshly cooked.
It's just a little irradiated. It's still good.
Am I gonna turn into Godzilla like paramedics said?
She warned me about this.
Squeeze my hog.
Do you want to save your game?
I mean, now I should probably go back and make a different dialogue choice. This seems like a bad ending.
Do you think Snake wants to eat the nuke?
I want more.
Tasty.
No.
I want spunk in her when I'm done with her.
Fuck.
I don't want to talk about Snake's hog.
Anyway.
We have to watch this intro again.
James Bond lost, so now we watch the intro.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
That is how they all begin. Yeah, exactly. He gets shot off a train.
It is paced like a Bond film, yeah.
God, I love this video game.
It's so good.
So good. It's just like James Bond, we say, before Colonel Lightning shows up.
I mean, there are strange things happen in James Bond, to be fair. Like, I think some people kind of forget how nutty that series can be. Not as nutty as this.
Snake.
There's no B-man. Or 4-net man, I guess.
This game was originally meant to be a Bond game, but they couldn't get the license. Wow.
I don't believe that.
I'm really excited to see IO Interactive's Bond game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good.
What's a licensed property you'd love to see IO Interactive make
Star
a
Wars.
game based on?
A bounty hunter game.
Ah. Yeah, that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't a leading question at all.
Well done.
I don't believe that this was supposed to be a Bond game for one simple reason. Only someone as mad as Hideo Kojima could have done this.
I do love Paramedic's line earlier when she was like, you know, you can learn a thing from movies or whatever. Because that is 100% like, because Kojima loves movies.
Kojima
couldn't tell.
movies.
It's like, if you go on his Twitter, it's like, you know, he's talking about movies all the time. Like, I remember him fucking tweeting about La La Land and shit like that. He loves American movies specifically. Again, if that wasn't obvious.
A game where you have to stop David Cage making a Star Wars game. He's the first target.
That 47 is David Cage.
Oh, that's a good point. Obviously, we've put down statements with other people if they come into this stream. If you dare show your fucking face here, David Cage, I'm gonna ban the shit out of you.
Oh, ban! I wish there was more you could do than just ban him. Take away his license to video games. Sneeder.
So there's a lot of things about this game's development history that I can't wait to get into. But you know, I wanna drip feed them along. You know, we got a lot of game. We got a lot of game.
What are your thoughts so far, Mona?
This game is weird.
1 week later.
Over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here.
And also, it's no longer one for the history books. It should only be the second ever Halo jump. That's not fun.
We're here for your Halo 2 launch.
This is our last chance.
It's better than the first one.
Here's your partner, the Arbiter.
They call it Halo 2 because you launch into the same place twice.
Nice. Good try.
I did my best.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
I'm fucking dying.
Tell the suits about visiting hours. I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you too?
But I'm
Let's
not
just say
a goat,
neither one of
I'm
us is going to
Snake.
be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox
die?
is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today...
Foxhounds?
Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too
War has
excited.
changed.
Here, have a cigar. It's Cuba.
Oh, the irony. It's a good thing it wasn't called the Cuban cigar
This morning,
crisis.
I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger.
Have the cigar.
Yesterday,
It's only
the
good
White
for
House
you.
received an unexpected call.
White House.
The footage cannot be done.
This was actually Khrushchev and Johnson. They recorded these lines.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft.
Be right back.
Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as a gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government
It's a little
denies
weird
any
when
involvement
here
in
like intersects with real world history.
Uh-huh.
And like,
correct.
I know that like, you know, they
Not
reference
involved in
like George
any way.
Washington with the
Then
AI
what
in
was
last
the US
game.
military
But it's
aircraft
really,
doing on
it's
our
really
radar
fucking
screen?
weird that
It
Lyndon
was
B.
clearly
Johnson
an
is just a
violation of
character
our
in this video
Yeah,
game.
and yet you say it was not
I need to
acting
tell me
under
he's on the
your
phone with the leader of the Soviet Union.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't
continued
prove
Cold War.
our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
So no pressure.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
Oh, hello.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in
Aurora
September
Borealis.
1960. You remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of
Oh my god,
situation.
Snake's gonna throw up.
Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Vulcan's ranks. I've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
No.
Hopefully they won't notice this thing slip
Control,
past them.
Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet.
It's astronauts. Are these MiGs? The jet?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think they look like MiGs.
Estimated airspeed
Okay.
exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south.
I don't know shit
I'm about to lose it.
about
Yeah, lots of it. Yeah. I mean, I think they.
Oh yeah, yep, that's a MiG.
What's a MiG?
It's the
It's
reason
a
me and
type of
Mona know
airplane.
it. The reason me and Mona know it, 'cause it's in Command and Conquer General.
Yeah, the Chinese use the MiGs.
Mhm.
And the plane that dropped Mr. Snake off was a Blackbird, the fastest recorded plane ever, I believe.
I can't imagine like going out on that parachute being willing. It's like down. It's like talk about breaking your fucking shoulders.
He did the landing again.
Oh, I know he's wearing the bandana.
a lot less cool this time.
Because he doesn't look like Raiden.
This is a week later, and his arm, like it was only broken like fully like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess he did go to one of the best hospitals, whatever. What a thrill. Anyway, more talking.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally,
Oh, Shag, you were hot.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget
You
about
don't
Colonel
have to
Volk.
call it out,
I'm not
Snake.
a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use.
It's been a good week
So
for
what
me.
should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
Square zero.
Square
Oh,
zero.
fuck!
My frequency is 140.
So you get for trying to be
0.85.
funny, Cass.
Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Hello.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked.
No!
That's the same kind of fate. Her frequency is
And
the
she'll
same
become an
as during
online
the
movie
virtuous
critic.
mission, 145.73. She'll be
the next
recording your
Roger
mission
Ebert,
data as well,
not the
just like the
first.
last time. That frequency is
You'll
also
get it
the
in
same.
40 years.
140.96.
2 thumbs up.
And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint.
Sigint!
He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. He'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the
I
research
guess you never spoke to
facility.
the boss, did you?
If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Hi, Danny.
Mr. Sigint.
I
Got
wouldn't have made good
Adam,
stream
your
content.
KGB
necessarily.
contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
the same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I
means
know
we can
this
use the
Adam
same
guy
map.
when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lulelo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
We're all
Understood.
counting on you.
Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
What a thrill.
Plays the intro again.
I have some facts.
Mm-hmm.
Lolser, you'll like this. I did some digging.
Sure.
Oh.
And the USSR used a MiG-15 during the Cold War, so it was probably a MiG-15.
Oh, okay.
Also, the NATO reporting name of the MiG-15 is FAGOT. I will not say it.
Oh my
That's how you spell
Wow.
it.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Fuck you, NATO.
Yeah.
Foxtrot Alpha. Golf.
No, just leave it.
Wacko wacko.
Waggle.
So, are the Caratans, because you go through some of the same areas at this point in the game, right? What a thrill. Is that a tree frog?
That's not a trank.
Oh! So it isn't.
You don't have the train gun now.
Yeah.
You gotta leave it or put it out of its misery.
I took a picture of him.
Frog A.
Auton frog.
Yeah, frog spin.
Not eaten yet. Tastes unknown. I appreciate they give you the fucking like debug coordinates for rotating. Oh!
Oh!
It's just like you when you left to go to the toilet earlier. I mean, when you left for no particular reason.
Just dropping in. Don't mind me.
Whoop. Whoop.
The rotating anti-spy class is so fucking funny.
Spin.
Can we get a ribbit?
Snake, you only have a minute. Oh yeah. Here's my best snake doing a ribbit. Not that yet. Grabooba. Ribbit. It's like a frog, you see. The ones I encounter in the wild go, ribbit. Snake, that was terrible.
Wait, are there any movies with frogs that were around in the 60s? Snake, have you ever read The Wind in the Willows?
I'm sorry, I understand why you asked that question, but what a stupid question to ask. Did anyone make a movie about a frog in the 60s?
Christ, you lot. Anyway, the frog's pretty tasty.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah, and you got restocked with calorie mates, so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry. Oh, a butterfly. Oh, a snake.
Aye.
tiger stripe. No paint.
Where is the Keratin?
It's on you.
You got the guide.
You're the one who finds them.
Yeah. So
What area am I in?
Whilst Cass is doing this, I guess, so this game was ported later to the Nintendo 3DS. It's the only.
This is exactly what I was going to bring up. We're so in sync.
This game was ported to the Nintendo 3DS for some reason. I'm sure we'll get into that later. And it's such a strange thing because obviously it's the only one of the first 3 Metal Gear Solid games that were ported to the 3DS. It wasn't like a series thing. They just ported this game, and there's a couple of things about that version that was interesting. Firstly, the Keratans.
Yeah.
There he is. There he is. The Keratans were replaced with Yoshi. In the 3DS version, because obviously Nintendo were happy for them to license the appearance of Yoshi.
Don't stun him!
It didn't work!
I think I gotta hit him directly.
Why are you wasting your stun?
Why are you throwing stun grenades?
Because I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah. Also, can't you just go in there and whack him with the knife? Like, go to the left.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like a bear scratching his back. Oh, you can't get in there, okay. Because I was wrong. Shoot him with a fucking gun. Yeah, so you replace it with Yoshi, and obviously instead of making the waka waka noise, what noise does he make when you shoot him?
Yoshi!
Just goes Yoshi. The other thing about the 3DS version is you can use the camera to take pictures of things to create camo with.
Incredible.
And obviously it allows you to create some. And basically, that version of the game can be busted by the fact that you can just create perfect camo, basically, right?
Yeah. And
Perfect.
if that's not busted enough, similar to how Twin Snakes imported mechanics from MGS2 that the game wasn't really designed around, Snake Eater 3D for the Nintendo 3DS was built on the Peace Walker engine, and thus has a lot of mechanics from Peace Walker implemented into it. The main one being the ability to crouch walk, which lets you walk while crouching, which is very good. Because it doesn't make noise, and you get to move fast.
So that Keratan we got back there is one you can't get once you drop down here.
Oh.
So I'm glad we got it.
Point of no Kerotan.
Kerotan.
I'm guessing you have a Keratin guide open, so you don't miss any.
Yeah.
Waka waka.
Horse?
Epona?
Generic horse sound.
Hang on.
Oh.
It's having a little sleep. I think. Hang on. No, it's very much awake. Now it isn't.
I love the way that the animals disintegrate and then get packaged up automatically.
Yeah.
Wait, that doesn't happen?
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually. I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Oh. Then you must have seen me naked.
Fuck!
Yeah,
God.
but you were all wrapped
You're
up
such a
in
perv.
bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so.
Let's just push Snake off
But
screen.
seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If
28.
you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina.
Oh, she's from Boston.
And try not to get yourself hurt.
Remember,
if you're
Snake,
wounded
go
or get bitten
socks.
by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
Fuck!
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah!
So,
you!
by the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you
Will
know
it?
what?
Gun emoji.
I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you. Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there. You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
You hear me?
And we should save.
You want to save?
Have you ever heard of the never-ending story, Snake? It's like you calling me all the time.
Damn.
What do you mean? That movie hasn't even been made yet.
You ever heard of Gremlins 2, Snake?
Snake, have you heard of It Came From Outer Space?
Yeah, you told me already.
So this astronomer sees a meteor, but it's really an alien spaceship, right? And the aliens start replacing the townspeople with clones and
You
forcing
see,
them to help
paramedic
repair
is the
ship.
neurodivergent
The 3D effects
representation
were
we need.
quite realistic.
I've got all the real I can handle here in the jungle.
No, you don't get it. Precisely because it's realistic, with the images jumping out of the screen at you, it makes for a nice escape from reality. I have to admit it made my eyes tired, but it was really intense. Unfortunately, they don't make very many of those movies anymore.
When did it come out?
I was still in college, so probably about 10 years ago.
Guess I'm out of luck then.
You know, they're coming out with household versions of video cassette recorders. One day
Whoa.
you'll be able to see old movies anytime you want.
Whoa!
It'll be like having a movie theater in your own home.
They'll call it Netflix.
It's like if you had a record with movie film etched onto it instead of music. It'll work the same way.
You're kidding.
Laserdisc.
No, really. And someday they might make movies where you control the characters yourself.
Yeah!
Magic.
It'll happen. Make sure you stay alive to see it, Snake.
Well.
What if paramedic's actually a time traveler and she's just using her abilities in the most mundane way possible?
Have you seen Dune, Snake? Yeah, with Sting, right? No, the other one. With you. I mean, Oscar Isaac.
Is that the one where the twink puts his hand in the pain box? Oh, so you have seen it.
Horse.
Adam?
Jensen?
Adam, they didn't mention you'd be a horse. Nice kitty. Meow meow.
Grabooba.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Oh.
It's got a poncho on.
The greater good.
That arm still hurt?
Bitch.
What are you doing here?
Baddie.
I love the way she just completely destroys his gun.
Again.
Yeah.
Go home.
So like a superpower, she just dismantle weapons.
That's why they call me the boss.
Drew and my sons are waiting up ahead.
You know, from
You don't have
Despicable
a
Me.
prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Well, whose fault is that?
Boss!
Why didn't you get me a pony?
Oh. Oh, that crunch.
I'm not your
Oh, my
boss
cereal.
anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
in like that? I mean, I know why, but it's so fucking stupid.
And the way that like it makes the fucking like sound of planes, which is cool. Like I like the sort of thematic resonance, but
You'd better hurry.
Oh. Getting this mighty fucked up.
The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
you little bitch boy.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to a purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again, I'll kill you.
Oh man, I love the boss so much.
Now, go.
She's so bad.
Why is she so hot?
MILF. Kind of MILF though.
On the stream, a wooga.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
Free blog.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Well.
Now you have, like, literally nothing.
You got a knife and a directional mic.
Oh!
And some stun grenades. Oh. I guess there's an exploded drone.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
No!
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Use the stun grenades.
Shit.
No, no! Go, go, go!
This is HQ.
Oh, here.
Uh-oh.
They'll never find me in this tree. Ow.
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 Oh, there it is!
But you don't have a gun!
Ah!
Oh.
I think if you press the left to interrogate.
Whoops!
Oh, well, you cut his throat. So
You got an achievement.
So I got 2 kills in this game. I played it. And my 2 kills were doing that, accidentally slicing somebody's throat.
Now, which button is it to interrogate again? I didn't think the answer to my question was a spray of blood.
I think it's something stupid to interrogate.
Again, with the lack of button sensitivity, yeah. On the Vita, you had to use the back touchpad for all the CQC stuff.
After grabbing an enemy, press L3.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pushing the left stick to interrogate him.
It's amazing that they can't see you.
Thanks, Charles. They heard you.
When you walk on moist soil, your footprints.
Is that a proverb?
Answer me. After you take us out, leaving us alone will. Speak. If our chest radios are broken, our contact will.
I'm glad they give me the first 80% of sentences.
You have to. It's nice in a way because it's like, hey, here's some tips on how to play the game. However, we're not going to give you all the information. Use your own fucking brain.
It's funny because in Peace Walker, right, they couldn't have as much voice acting on the game because it had to fit on a UMD. So when you interrogate people in that game, they don't have voice acting. They just go.
Beautiful.
So we're gonna have to come back.
Yes. It's a Metroidvania.
Oh.
Keratanvania.
Wait, we get to play the game now?
Oh, did you not notice?
It's done being a movie?
No.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well,
no.
for now, for a little bit, yeah.
You watched all of MGS too. You should know how the flow works at this point.
Yeah. This game's only slightly longer. It's only another like 4 hours.
I think this game's drawn out more by like the fact that the gameplay is a lot more open though. So it'll be dependent on how good Cass is basically.
It's true. As Kat says, like Paramedic says, it's a movie you can control.
Yeah, it's a lot more open, and the game's a lot bigger but more linear.
Yeah.
So there's just more here.
Yeah, like imagine if Strat F was a jungle.
Oh my god.
The sinky sand.
You just roll right over it.
You got iframes.
A fun fact, first time I interrogated a guy and he started saying some frequency codes, I immediately knocked him out before he finished telling me them because I thought his radio was on and he was trying to send out a code for intruder spotted, need help.
Nice, Lalza. So if I remember rightly, there should be a gun around here.
Enemy spotted, but in Morse code.
Enemy spotted. I know where you get a gun, but I
Yes, I remember that bit as well.
But that's, story progress. Is what I'm thinking of.
Maybe
Great chaff grenade.
You can disrupt all that technology they have. I guess it stops their radios from working, right?
Yeah.
That's the most important piece of technology in this game. A deer?
And a bunny!
Okay.
He's fine. The bunny just lives on the edge.
Kill the bunny. Save it from this cruel world. Or you can kill the deer.
I think it's a goat.
That's a goat.
Yeah, I think a deer would have ran off by now.
Whereas a goat might knock you off the edge of that fucking cliff.
We can only hope.
PlayStation 2. It can render bunny.
What does Paramedic have to say?
Snake, unlike the virtuous mission, this is a night operation. You'll be encountering nocturnal animals that you didn't encounter your last mission.
Whoa.
Some of them are venomous, like the king cobra, so be careful. If you get bitten by a venomous animal, the poison will spread through your body and rapidly drain your life gauge. If that's the case, go into the cure screen and survival viewer immediately and inject yourself with serum. Got it?
Serum?
I'm glad that they don't just, like, they just don't care about fourth wall breaking when it comes to telling you how to actually play the game, because I prefer that than it being them trying to, like, obfuscate it with, like, real terms.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
I'm just looking up where to get a gun.
Oh. Maybe we should talk to Sigint.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
He knows about guns.
You're Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close.
Huh?
I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Duh.
I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector. If you want to know anything about weapons or equipment you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, Sigint.
So, you can throw the stun grenades at them.
Uh-huh.
You can also go get the AK at Rasvet.
Yeah. Is it not possible to just progress the story, get the pistol?
The gate closes.
Oh, the gate closes.
After, yeah.
I see, so you have to get the... Okay, right.
Yeah.
I see.
Or
Okay.
use one of the special unlock guns, or the easy gun.
Yeah, the easy gun. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Lazar, you asked about the... Why does the boss's gun shoot like that?
Wait, what did you just pick up?
I think it was a snake.
Yeah.
Oh.
You flashbang the snake to death.
So the reason why the gun... Alright, hang on. There's a boss fight. We gotta fight this goat.
This is so sad.
Now knife him up.
Carve him. Get yourself some goat meat. It's fucked up there's not a word for goat meat.
The Markor.
I mean, it's
Isn't
only
it called Gotham?
Goatum?
I just said that. That's not based on anything.
Oh, I get why it's the Markor challenge, because you're like eat like a goat.
You're like a goat.
You eat everything.
I'll be gone.
You ever? Oh.
This works.
I haven't eaten the green tree python. Oh.
Yeah, some of these have unique animations.
Or animations.
Oh, that's spaghetti. Legitimately, that makes me feel uncomfortable thinking about eating a fucking snake like that.
Snake meat.
I have to eat a lot of snake.
Capri Sun?
Not too bad. Anyway, kill the bunny.
I'm gonna make a save here just in case we don't.
Yeah.
We fuck it up, because then we can come back to it next stream and.
You want to save? Hold on a
You want to
sec.
save?
You want to save?
You want to save, you pussy?
So, so the reason why the boss's gun is so fucked up and shoots bullets the way that it does is
Hey, Snake,
because.
have you ever seen Forbidden Planet?
Have you ever seen Forbidden Planet?
I can't say I have.
It's about this expedition that goes to the planet Altair 4 in an ultra-fast spaceship.
Oh,
when they arrive,
Kate
they meet the
Altair.
survivor of the last expedition, Dr. Morbius. Dr. Morbius was exploring the planet along with his daughter Altera and the versatile Robbie the robot. Ignoring the doctor's warnings, the expedition team is suddenly attacked by an invisible creature called the Monster from the Id. The special effects they used for the science stuff were really neat. I wish I had a robot like Robbie that could make anything I wanted it to.
I'm more interested in that invisible monster. If I were invisible, I wouldn't have to bother hiding or wearing camouflage.
Maybe someday you'll be able to turn invisible.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
Imagine.
Yeah, so quick fact about the boss and her equipment. Her cloak is kind of like the invisible one. That's all we're gonna say.
Yep. Yeah, Leslie Nielsen was indeed in Forbidden Planet.
Huh. The more you know. Oh god, that snake's gonna kill this bunny! Don't worry,
So
I saved you.
So the thing about the boss's gun...
Ooh. Oh, you got some serum from that rabbit.
Yeah, you know.
It was packing.
Serum. Rabbit serum.
Dex serum.
Rabbit serum fire!
I'm really excited to know about what's happening with the boss's gun.
Whoa!
No, never, Mona, sorry.
So the thing about the boss's gun is that the reason why it shoots bullets in that funky pattern that it does is because... Oh, hey, hang on. That
Uh-huh.
So we have to go get the AK and go back, right?
Yeah. That's what we gotta do.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
So the thing about the boss is... Oh my gosh!
big slappy.
So the thing about the boss's gun is that its fucking magazine is shaped like an infinity symbol, and the bullets go around both sides of the fucking magazine, and they come out at random intervals, so they fucking spin around after they get shot, because... And the reason why it's like this is because it's shaped like an infinity symbol, and that's why the gun has infinite ammo.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
The nice thing is you like isn't it like a new game plus reward or whatever? You do actually get it.
Yeah, you get the gun, and you can use it in New Game Plus, and it has infinite ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like how in MGS1, you can get the bandana and get infinite ammo.
Yeah,
you know, it's a post game, like, you know, allowing you to. It's like Resident Evil. You get infinite ammo guns there as well. It allows you to get better ranks. You know, do better at the game. Wait, why is this guy like sauntering? Like, ooh.
This guy is.
You're only 65%. Okay, 90%.
Don't worry. Hang on. I don't have a gun. I was going to shoot that apple above their head.
Are you going to Newton him? I guess you have to stun grenade him instead. Or just regular grenade.
Whoa.
No.
Oh, nice. It's a shame you just can't take his gun.
Ah, the fingerprint locked.
Yeah, ID tagged weapons.
Kabooba.
The grip that Gabooba has on us. So, are we still trying to find the gun?
Yeah, the AK's at Rasfed. The
Keratin on this bridge.
Keratin moves to a different pole, I'm pretty sure. Top tricks.
It really is like a fucking challenge run. And you have to fucking find the find a gun this early in the game.
Is it not on one of the poles? Or it might just be covered there.
You can get something where you got the
Yes, I can.
thing. Yeah. Is it a camo down there this time?
Possibly. Hang on.
Oh, look at these mushrooms.
Mushroom.
I love a good mushroom. Uh-oh.
Didn't see him. We're good. Yeah, none of these look like guns. Oh yeah, you get raindrop.
Raindrop. Raindrop. Drop, drop. Effective rain. Woo! Fucking Wonder Woman.
Don't want to spin him too hard.
You gotta be gentle with your snake. That wasn't meant to be a sex thing. I swear.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I was just kind of waiting.
Listen, folks, don't spin your snake too hard, or otherwise it might throw up.
Oh my god.
Remember, snakes. Your snake might look flexible, but if there is resistance, stop.
You should call a paramedic about those mushrooms.
How?
Wait, I'm thinking about other different mushrooms. You could probably call her about the mushrooms
I
anyway.
see you've caught a king cobra.
No.
The king cobra is the world's largest venomous snake. Its large size means that it has a lot of venom to inject. One bite is supposedly enough to kill an elephant. And it's extremely vicious as well, so watch out. If you get bitten by a king cobra and injected with venom, your life will start to decrease rapidly. As soon as you're bitten, go into the survival viewer and use a cure to give yourself a serum injection. The king cobra's diet consists mostly of other snakes. Be careful, or you might end up as its next meal.
Got it. So...
What? How does it taste?
Yep.
Ugh. It seems you're the one whose diet consists of other snakes.
Got him!
You're making me blush.
Oh.
The guide says they taste just fine.
You remember that ocelot guy? I sure would like to eat his snake.
I see you caught yourself a reticulated python. The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length. Although they're not poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful around them. They have a highly ferocious temperament, and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer and pigs. Their most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This pattern acts as a highly effective natural camouflage. If you think there might be a reticulated python about, pay close attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there. It's a huge snake, but you should be able to capture it alive by using the tranquilizer gun. I'll bet if you capture one and throw it at an enemy, it'll give him a good scare.
Okay.
You've eaten
So
one,
throwing-
haven't you?
Yeah, it wasn't half bad.
Cannibal.
What was that?
Nothing. Talk to you later.
She's so fucking funny.
I love paramedic.
Quick Keanu fact.
I'll forgive her for her war crimes.
I can fix her.
Yeah.
You gonna say about throwing the snakes?
Yeah, no, throwing snakes is one of the biggest pleasures you can have in this game.
Snake,
And fast.
unlike the virtuous mission, this is a night operation.
Yeah, okay.
You'll be encountering nocturnal animals that you didn't encounter your last mission.
You can skip.
You gotta. I was thinking of different mushrooms that you'd want to talk to her about.
I'm glad that I'm glad that Jonathan was able to retire when he went back to the States.
Living with Captain Squeakers.
Exactly.
Wait, did you just equip a dead snake to throw at somebody?
Did I not get some that was stunned? No, they were dead.
No, they were all dead. Your trank gun is gone, remember?
Oh, yes. So the AK is at the top of the stairs there. There are no...
What are you just holding? What are you holding in your hand? Like, what's the model look like? Oh, it's like the actual size.
Yeah, the little ration, but they're proper size, and then they become huge.
Like a Pokeball.
I choose you, reticulated snake.
Yes. Oh fuck!
Oh Jesus!
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. I love this noise. It's like the same noise that protocol droids make in the up level of Taris in Knights of the Old Republic.
Specific reference, but I'll let it slide.
AK-47.
Okay, so the one here is under the stairs.
Under the stairs. Oh, you gotta shoot it with a freaking AK. Oh, there he is.
No mercy. Show him no mercy.
Quick shot.
What?
Three
bullets at the end later.
Good question. I guess the mag is only is 51, but
right, yeah.
yeah.
There's like overlaps essentially.
Yeah, boosted damage. You gotta active reload, you know?
You want to learn more about it, Lolza? Basically, the robots have metal feet and they walk along a metal pathway and it goes clink 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 clink.
Yeah. There's some good noises in those deals.
It's fine.
I hope they keep that for the remake.
Yeah, they are.
I love the little glints in their eye when they spot you.
Yeah.
So
I think I remember this. I think they changed some of these for the HD edition.
It's like in the remake of Resident Evil 1.
Quick, put in the Konami code.
It's the difference between PAL and NTSC.
Oh.
Isn't this based on the PAL version?
Yes.
There you go.
Looks up at the full moon. Good Castlevania reference.
What a horrible night to have a curse. What a horrible night to have been betrayed by your mentor.
So, in the power release, it's on the wall to the east of the northern side of the rope bridge. There it is.
There he is.
There's the Garbooba.
What a suck-ass night for a shitty-ass curse.
Got it.
Suck-ass.
Damn. This night sucks. It would be awful if I had a curse right now. Simon Belmont, do not interact.
Hang on.
Fuck Simon Belmont.
Oh.
Huh?
HQ, please respond.
Someone just failed to throw a stun grenade at me.
Kobe!
Oh gosh, that was hilarious. Oh, here comes the support unit.
Okay. So, alright, quick recap of what the fuck.
Oh no! Does that count as you killing him?
That's a murder.
That's a murder. Oh!
Okay.
I'm getting confused.
It's fine, you got this.
Yeah, this is a Caratan run. This isn't a no-kill run.
Under attack?
Where'd the other guy go?
You threw Bob off a bridge!
That was Bob's own fault for sliding off.
Okay, so quick recap. Snake was in the jungle a week ago, looking for Sokolov, who is a guy who builds cool military tech. And as we found out, he was working on a big tank that can shoot a nuke. Then, when we found Sokolov, a guy named Ocelot showed up, and he did a kitty noise, and got a bunch of dudes to show up with him. It turns out Ocelot is working with this other guy,
Colonel Lightning.
Colonel Lightning, aka Vulgan, who appears to have lightning powers.
He's Russian.
He's Russian, happens.
We did literally see prior to that some guy with like bug powers, so
Yeah.
It's not actually that unreasonable.
And it turns out the boss, our former mentor / mom, has defected to the Soviet Union and is working with Vulgan and his group of weirdos. And the boss is like, I'm turning Sokolov over to the Soviet Union so they can finish making their big nuke tank.
The Shagohod.
Do they say the Shagohod?
They've said the Shagohod multiple times.
Okay, alright, just making sure. Yeah. This tastes great! And then after they get Sokolov and the Shagohod, then Vulgan decides to nuke the base that the Shagohod development was done at, so nobody else can use their research. And also not indirectly, but like he he doesn't care that he also murdered a bunch of Russian citizens doing so.
Yeah.
But he's like, it's okay. We're gonna blame it on the American. So the boss is the one who took the credit for nuking that part of Russia and killing Russian citizens, and thus it is now an international incident. And so we have been sent in to kill the boss as a official CIA agent, a U.S. soldier, to kill this traitor to America to prove that America and Russia are still cool. And that's our job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically to prove that it wasn't actually the US, it was just the bosses doing.
Yeah, the boss acting as an independent agent.
Yeah.
Independent variable.
But also, as part of the agreement, they asked us to kill Vol'jin and secure...
Vol'jin?
Yeah, from WoW.
And secure Sokolov again.
You're that demon. You're that Wrathguard who stabbed Vol'jin in the back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a friend.
Oh,
hang on.
He's so soft. He's so soft and round, the Carrotan. I want him.
Their eyes look heart-shaped from above because of the way the polygons are.
Look at the crocodile. They went like V mouth. Like a possum.
Vol'jin.
There they go!
Gators are on the move.
Oh god!
Look how much health you have, by the way.
Yeah, I know. That's why I ate.
Oh, girl, you ate.
Oh, girl, you ate. Girl, you eaten.
Argival, what?
What can I say?
What does the R mean in front of all the food?
Ration.
Yeah, I think it's ration.
Okay. Thank you, Mother.
Or radical.
Whoa!
Ready to eat.
Oh, hang on. I heard that kiss noise. Excuse me? Y'all hear that kiss noise?
You got kissed by a leech.
Kiss from a leech.
Alright, time to knife these leeches off me. Rah! Rah! Oh god! They're everywhere. You gotta burn them off.
Yeah.
With a cigar.
With a cigar. Can you
That's
equip a cigar?
She can, but yeah.
Highly addictive.
Hazardous to health.
I love that noise. So good.
Pro tip, do not do this.
It's very funny that the cigar is one of the things in your cure menu because it's only used for the leeches, and you could attempt to burn every injury. It's not recommended.
Broken bones.
I mean, you could cauterize a wound.
Yeah.
With a cigar?
But not with the cigar. Cigar's probably not doesn't burn hot enough.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah. No Superman says if you try to remove a leech by burning them off, they'll just puke into the wound.
Oh no!
Which, awful.
Yeah, just take a little tweezers and just boop.
It's the 60s. The snake doesn't know that yet.
Have this cigar, Snake. It's a hospital. We'll do you some good.
Snake isn't above a little bit of leech vomit.
Snake, you have to suck the bad blood out.
Oh my god. This Carrotan looks like it's about to pee.
Piss.
I think it's like ominously looking. Oh, was looking over you.
It's like that bit in MGS2 where the guy pisses off the edge and Raiden can stand underneath it.
Hang on, Wacko.
I'll just get a hat.
Hang on, Wacko. So, this game, when it was re-released as Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, the PS2 update that, as previously established, updated the camera, it had a multiplayer mode on the second disc called Metal Gear Online.
Whoa!
Which, I never played because I didn't fucking have a PS2 network adapter or whatever the fuck you'd need to play online PS2 games. Crazy. But Metal Gear Online is a very silly time in all the iterations of it. Multiple games later in the series also have Metal Gear Online suites, but this was the original. And notably, there is a capture the flag type mode in this game's multiplayer called Capture the Karotan.
Aww.
Waka waka. Which presumably the other players can hear that you've captured it because they can hear the waka waka.
Waka waka. Waka waka.
It's funny, isn't it? Because like it was from a time when like games didn't need multiplayer modes to like sell. Because like obviously it was a re-release of the game, so it was an additional thing.
Yeah.
And that's cool because it means that the development was like they took the existing stuff they'd made and put it towards a new thing. Whereas like you look at the 360 era and there's so many games with tactile multiplayer modes. Like, and obviously some of them have success and some of them are kind of bad. Like remember that time we played BioShock 2's multiplayer? We played Capture the Little Sister.
Oh my god.
Oh, that mode was bad. I think overall the BioShock 2 multiplayer was fine, but like
it was very tacked on.
It didn't need to exist.
Very unnecessary.
It's cool that it's set before, like it's set during the fall of Rapture, so it's like technically the first thing in the timeline.
Yeah.
Which is why the logo for it is clean, or not as dirty as the BioShock 1 and 2 logos. Fun fact.
I'm gonna get you.
He sends ping sonar waves at him. Makes his eardrums explode. Huh?
Got him.
Yeah, I appreciate them giving you the tranquilizer in the first part of the game, saying, "Hey, look, you got the tranquilizer like in MGS2. But you can't use all of your suppressors." And then they immediately take it away from you after that, and you don't get it back for like the first. I don't remember when you get it.
Hey, you fell off that bridge.
They have more than one guard.
So I think we should do the next cutscene and then call it there for the night.
Sounds like a fair idea.
First little chunk of the game.
Yeah, I think that's a good stopping point as well, like narratively.
So the stream will be over in 3 more hours.
You got it.
No, what this is MGS4. Oh boy, I can't wait.
Can't wait.
That game has some cutscenes.
That game has cutscenes. Sneaky, sneaky.
I can hear someone saying something. Microphones can be powerful weapons, to be honest. I had my ears destroyed several times while playing Gary's mod.
Who's that?
No one.
I realized I can hear something in the background of Kian's.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh.
Frostvet.
I thought you meant with the directional microphone, and I was listening really hard to laugh.
That was my joke.
That was the joke.
That's the joke.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Anything else we need to pick up here? Well, the way in is pretty obvious, so we can. Mandy's here. Hi.
Give me some bread and a pint of milk.
I'll give you the first little development tidbit about this video game, which is that after Metal Gear Solid 2 was done development, they wanted to start Metal Gear Solid 3, and they were like, "Let's make it for the PlayStation 3." And Sony was like, "No, it's not coming out for another few years." And they're like, "We're gonna make it for the PS2."
Yay!
That's
big stretchy. Oh, hey Mandy, how you doing? Bug juice. What?
Bug juice. You know, bug juice. Don't you know? I think it's like 10. Bug juice.
like bug repellent spray?
I hope so. Bug repellent. Okay, yeah, cool. We'll keep that on me for now.
It's like a repel in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Keeps the wild leeches away.
Keep that thing on her.
Face zombie.
Yeah, this is my favorite. I love this one. Oh, he's so scary.
Skullface.
Snake of the Ninth Tomb.
Such a niche reference.
That's a joke for
Why?
That's a joke for Bree, who's not here.
Why do they have to call it bug juice?
Can you do my face like a skeleton?
I want to be scary.
It's that or a turtle.
I once went to like a school fair and I got my face painted like Darth Maul.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't like it when I got home, and I tried to take it off myself. And my grandma came in because I was actually at my grandparents' house. I came back from my grandparents' house, and they were like, my grandma came in and she saw that I destroyed one of her flannels with it, and, black face paint. She was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And then she helped me take the rest of it off.
Trauma unlocked.
Oh. If you call Sigint about camos and face paint, he will talk to you about them.
God, it's a spooky skull.
Sounds like the Cobra unit's members' names came from the specific
after
emotions they
you
each
talked to
carry
him a
into
couple
battle.
times.
Emotions. Yeah. For unbearable torment, the pain. For true oblivion, the end.
The end isn't an emotion.
For infinite rage, the fury. For absolute terror, the fear. And for unsurpassed bliss, the joy.
The joy?
It's another name for the boss, because of the joy she feels in battle, I suppose.
Like Mace Windu.
She's a sadist.
During the war, she had a partner named the Sorrow. Sorrow and Joy. They say there couldn't have been a more perfect pair.
They made up their names. Of course it's perfect.
The
Adam and
Davy
Eva,
rockets that
perfect
the boss
pairs.
took with her when she defected are mortars that fire nuclear warheads. They're named after Davy Crockett, the hero who died defending the Alamo in the Texan War of Independence.
Remember the Alamo?
That's right. The warheads are equivalent
Like
to
what
between
Holden
10 and
said.
20 tons of TNT. Every building within 150 yards of the hypocenter is completely obliterated.
What's the difference between a hypocenter
But the warheads
and
the boss had with her were some kind of experimental super bomb. So they're actually even more powerful than that. I don't even want to think about what would happen if she used it again. Snake, you know what you have to do.
Yeah, I know.
I think Hypercenter might be specific to missiles.
Sorry, hang on, Mandy. You wanted Darth Maul face paint when you were small, but they hadn't seen the Phantom Menace. They got Deadpool instead. Sorry, who the fuck? How old were you? When was this?
It had to be canon accurate, Kian. If you can't replicate the tattoos perfectly, it doesn't matter.
Like, I'm trying to understand who is this face paint artist who knew who Deadpool was, but hadn't seen the Phantom Menace in like the early 2000s. What the fuck?
Hi, Toshi.
We need a time frame on this.
You're wearing the tiger stripe pattern camouflage, huh?
Rawr.
Tiger stripe is a forest camouflage. As you may have guessed by the name, it mimics the stripe pattern on a tiger's coat. It was originally worn by South Vietnamese Marines. Then it caught the attention of an American military advisor, and now they're thinking of introducing it into all kinds of special forces units. It works best in places with lots of trees and grass, but it should blend in with dirt and mud, too.
It's wild, like, how camouflage works. Let's put the face paint on.
Yeah. Call him the zombie. Zombie.
Snake, your face paint, it's...
I know. It's called Zombie.
Zombie? What does that mean?
Beats me.
Are you serious?
Paramedic.
You mean you've never heard of zombies?
She couldn't help.
Never.
You guys don't know anything. A zombie is a
Man.
dead body that's been cursed and brought back to life by a master of black magic. Supposedly, they revive the dead and use them as slaves. It's also seen as a kind of punishment. People who commit terrible crimes can be forced to labor even after they're dead.
Interesting. How do you know all this stuff?
I saw it in movies. Like White Zombie. Never seen it?
Nope.
Can't say I have.
How about Plan 9 from Outer Space?
No.
Missed it.
You can't just focus on the things you like all the time. You have to expand your horizons, try new
Lord.
things. You guys need to get out more.
Touch grass.
Yeah, well, anyway, that face paint doesn't look all that useful. Go ahead and wear it if you want, but I think you should change to...
You don't need to change anything.
Why not?
It makes them look awesome. Doesn't it?
Look, arguing about it isn't going to get us anywhere. Snake, you do whatever you want.
It does make you look cool.
Thank you so much, Kian, for prompting me to do this.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, the paramedic thinks I look cool.
So as we brought up before, me and Charles played through these games at roughly the same time, like a couple of years ago, back in the lead up to Phantom Pain, and I was really upset because I had spent a lot of time talking to the thing. Well, I wasn't really upset. I was a little disappointed when I was like, "Oh man, Sigurd's conversations are so much fun," and Charles was like, "Oh, I never really called Sigurd," and I was like, "Oh man, I just thinking about how many great conversations like that one Charles missed because." Why would you?
I'm sad. The
Well,
thing is,
now you get to see him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really happy to be experiencing it now. Like there's so much of this game that like I don't remember. Like I remember the basic plot of the game. Like I understand the boss defects and really what her reasonings for doing so are, like the themes of the game, etc. But man, there's so much stuff already that I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. Oh yeah, that happened. Oh yeah, that happened. Oh yeah, paramedic talks about fucking movies all the time. I mean, I remember
loves
that.
movies.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
Could I have done that in the first bit?
Huh?
It wouldn't let me in.
What's up?
What?
What's going on? What are you doing?
I was trying to get in through the hole.
What hole?
There's not a hole under the bed here? Oh, you go out of it, don't you?
Yeah, you gotta move the bed. Right.
Yeah. Have I talked to Sigint while naked? No. The stream's never gonna fucking end.
Just singing conversations all day. That's where we find out that Sigint's gay.
He's 24.
Snake, what's up? Why are you naked? I know there's a naked option under uniform that lets you take off the upper part of your uniform. But without a shirt on, your camouflage sucks, and your stamina goes down faster. You don't get any advantages whatsoever.
Sure there are.
Like what?
It feels good.
Man, you do whatever you want.
I will, thanks. Just one question, though.
What?
Is there a way to take off my pants?
What?
My pants, can I?
Oh, hell no! This Fox unit is a nut fest!
I'm going back to DARPA.
Oh god. I love it. I didn't realize your stamina went down fast.
Yeah, I mean, look at it go.
It's gone.
Just in case I see Ocelot again.
I see my boyfriend.
No other reason.
I like the feeling of the dirt on my chest.
It's hard being out here in the jungle, your mom's disapproving of you and your new boyfriend and got all these uncomfortable feelings. It's actually just leeches that are crawling all over you. Is it?
The stupidest thing ever.
Thermal goggles.
Nice. Those would be useful.
I don't have them equipped. Oh well, I'll equip them next time. I'm sure. No, I won't fucking remember.
G. Get rid of the bug spray.
No, it's the bug spray.
I need that.
Sorry, the bug juice.
Bug juice. Have you put the thermal goggles on? I don't remember. Oh, look at them.
Whee!
This feels too high tech for the 60s.
Yeah. This is
It's
definitely
probably
this is
accurate.
Sokolov collection.
But
I think sometimes people don't realize how like advanced technology was back in the day. Like it's just especially military tech, right? Let's see, thermal goggles. Thermography.
Adam is a spy sent by the KGB to infiltrate Volgin's ranks. You'll need to be extremely careful in how you approach him.
Obviously. He can't let Volgin know he's meeting me.
That's right. Adam won't show up if you're being pursued by the enemy. Before you go to rendezvous with Adam, make sure you haven't been seen by the enemy.
Whoops.
Meet up with him in normal phase. Got it?
Am I missing something? Do I have to do something?
This is what I thought you had to do, huh?
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you gotta leave. Of course.
Oh, I'm still fucking naked!
I thought you wanted this!
I forgot!
Night vision goggles were introduced in the German army as early as 1939.
Fuck! Oh, that's not gonna be good with double goggles.
Sorry, I'm late.
Really, you should do it like I did, and like make where the zombie paints in every cutscene.
Are you Adam?
Wow, you're cool.
I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right,
Adam is
say the
Eve
password.
now.
Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots?
I love that they just dropped this in. You have an AK, Snake.
Get down!
Get down! Get down.
Thanks for popping in, Toshi. Bye.
Toshi.
Thanks for the pet.
Oh shit, she's got the red 9 from Resident Evil 4.
Who has the red 9 in Resident Evil 4?
Leon.
Oh.
And also Louise Sarah.
Okay.
Who?
There. Is your
You'll play the game. I don't know.
Nice clip.
That's littering.
That wasn't an answer. Oh, mama. Ah, the music.
One of us is wearing too much.
It's me. I want to take my pants off.
Look.
This
This
game?
scene is... you can really be a creep in this game, but I'm not going to do that.
Never.
No.
No,
never.
not at all.
It's very important not to think about it.
I love the fact that, like... Oh, man. Fucking Snake. He's such a fucking idiot.
Sora's here to say
This
Eva.
wasn't part of the
Ooh.
plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh?
What are the first two digits of your PIN number?
Well, I'm Eva.
Amazing.
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh? Incredible.
Whoa! Calm down, Snake.
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen.
He loves
The
guns.
slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision.
1967 Colts 45.
The thumb safety
With
is
a busted
extended to make it
safety
easier on the finger. A long, tight trigger with non-slip grooves.
Mm.
A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
His Snake's hyperfixation.
Absolutely.
This game is just a bunch of neurodivergent people talking about their hyperfixations.
This is what the government did with them.
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from.
This is the thing. The Naked Snake is not a himbo because he doesn't respect women.
You had this with you, didn't you?
Yep.
He's a
Snake
bisexual idiot.
Solid Snake
Better
is,
take
though.
this too.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
What's that?
A disguise
He's
to
a
make
gay
you look like a
idiot.
scientist.
Yeah.
A disguise.
His name's David.
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov.
It's not gonna do
Sokolov's
anything.
still safe then.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
He's being
Dave.
forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Oh, fucking mood, Tulip.
At the lab, they've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security
All
is
of us as
tight.
teenagers just
You
fucking
disguise yourself as
consuming
a
this
scientist.
content,
You
and
might
everyone's
be
like,
able
these
to
games are so weird. Yeah.
I love the dialogue in
Can
these
we get
games.
Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear.
I love that she says that as she turns around.
First,
From the
you'll need to
rear.
head north through the jungle.
Help him
You'll come
remember.
to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass
John
the heliport
David.
and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp.
Snake carving his initials
After
into
the
it.
swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse and you'll come out just south of the lab.
I hope you're keeping track of all this, because
And just what are you doing there?
I'm gonna save after this, and then a week will
In close
pass.
range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight.
Imagine if you had some sort of gun blade.
You're the handsomest guy here.
Right.
She's so unimpressed.
What now?
Must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
Hey, Raving Savage, welcome to the stream.
Honestly, you
You'll
doing
never
this
make it in your
without
condition.
your shirt on makes this cutscene like way
It's a jungle
funnier.
out there.
It's the jungle out there,
You're still
literally.
an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
Here, take this.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it.
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed. All right then. I'll do something special for you.
Nancy Reagan treatment.
Holy shit!
I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Whew, I got the vapors.
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Having sex with someone doesn't imply trust. Just throwing it out there, Snake.
That's what they're calling him about.
Gonna get that?
Don't fuck her.
Don't be a major dick here, Snake.
Snake, have you ever? I can't think
She's
of a
right,
funny film to
Snake.
say.
You should get some sleep.
You ever seen
Although in your
Octopussy?
condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU.
Everything
Whenever
friends with
you save the
benefits.
game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
That's a cool mechanic.
Yeah, like this game is aware of the fact that, people don't play these games in one sitting. So what if we just made it into an actual mechanic? Like
Yeah.
time passes when you're not playing the game, and that's really cool.
Remember, Snake, you can still get more of Frogcast if you follow her on Twitter or join her Discord between the streams.
And it's a good thing that the game doesn't actually care about you having, because remember they say that you have 1 week. Thankfully, you can spend more than a week in real time playing this game.
Eve.
Yeah, you and me both, Sora.
What's the matter?
We're surrounded.
Good at keeping watch.
I see 4 of them.
They're gonna be real sussy if they see fucking you here.
A wooga!
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit.
What'd you say?
Let's get out of here. Don't forget your gear.
Huh? Oh yeah, well, sure, whatever.
Give me a hand.
Sorry, my brain's a little foggy.
That bed does not look like it would be that heavy.
It's right across the room.
We can use this to get to the basement.
I know, I was trying to get in here with it. I'm a dumbass.
Also, is this the basement?
Damn it. Ocelot. I'll get past them on my bike. I'll call you later.
Okay.
You sure, baby?
Busy.
I left some change on the nightstand.
Don't go dying.
Exclamation
wow.
mark. Go dying on me now.
Oh, you and me both, Lolza.
I also have a crush on Paramedic. If I hadn't made that abundantly clear. But I also think she looks like Cass, so...
There you go.
Damn, that's
Hot
crazy.
eyes.
You going to save?
Right now?
Is the save game lady. This one that we're
Yeah.
talking to right now.
She likes movies.
She does like movies.
I like movies. Hey, Snake, have you ever watched Falling Down and Michael Douglas?
Have you ever seen Deep
Good
Space
luck.
Nine?
Aww.
I'm glad that that's all she has to say in a way, because it's like she understands the prescience of the situation.
Well,
Anyway.
that's what we have to say, because we understand the pre-science of this whatever.
Shut up. Something about me saying prescience. Big words.
Big words. Alright, well, thank you very much for coming, everyone. Oh my god, it's good to play Metal Gear again. I'm so glad you can make it, Kian.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm very happy to be here.
Ah, this is great. So, every Monday from now until... Oh, I didn't mute my tab. You can probably hear me twice there. Every Monday from now until, I don't know, probably mid-February, late February.
However
you can...
it takes.
Yeah, you can catch us playing Metal Gear Solid 3, Sneak Eater. And if you missed any of this, I'll be uploading it onto YouTube soon enough. So check it out there.
There's also some very funny clips in the Discord.
Yeah. And we're going to be raiding Taito in a second.
Taito.
So, is that a Keratin? But it's an owl. Alright, thank you very much for coming, everyone. This was a delight. You're all great. And yeah, I'll see you on Wednesday for Dark Souls 2, The Return of Big Hollows.
The raid message is whatever your best impression of a Keratin is.
Alright, bye-bye!
Bye-bye!
Bye.